core of an Jose Lord Hayes. Full disclosure, I did not write this, but many of the ideas are mine, and the attitude is all my own. The freedom beyond offense. You know, people say that to speak freely without offending anybody is a fine line to walk. Like you've got to tiptoe across this tightrope where one wrong word and you fall straight into the pit of controversy or misunderstanding. But here's what I've learned. As long as you are not speaking in judgment or criticism of someone, you can say pretty much whatever you want. That's because judgment carries weight. It's got this density to it, like tar. It sticks. But authenticity is light. It's air. It's movement. When you speak from truth without judgment, even if your words are strong, they're still clean. Now, let's go a little deeper into this. When someone gets offended, what's really going on underneath that? Why does it hit so hard sometimes? It's because offense is not about the words you said. It's about the identity the listener is protecting. Somewhere inside, there's a belief or a memory or a wound that your words brushed up against. It's not that you hurt them. It's that you accidentally pointed toward a place they haven't healed yet. So, their ego, and we all have one, throws up a shield. It says, nope, that's not safe. That's not allowed. And suddenly, what could have been a moment of insight becomes a moment of defense. My dear. But let's call it like it is. Offense is a defense. It is insecurity in armor. It is the ego saying, I don't want to look at that yet. And here's the thing. If you're not standing in judgment or criticism, you're not actually throwing anything at them. You're not hurling daggers. You're shining light. But if somebody's been sitting in the dark for too long, even light can sting the eyes. They might mistake illumination for attack. That's why it's so important to keep your heart clean when you speak, not to censor yourself, not to shrink, but to stay rooted in clarity. If someone says, hey, I didn't like that you said that, you can simply say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. You can mean that sincerely. And if they want to keep going on about it, that's when you smile, hands in the clouds, and walk away. Because at that point, they're not looking for understanding. They're looking to stay offended. And that's their right. That's their free will. But free will is a choice, and nobody can pick up the reins to do better for them but them. If people want to love their chains, let them have them. See, offense is a two-player game. One to cast the net, one to get caught. If you simply refuse to grab it, there's no tension. You drop the rope. You're not playing tug of war anymore. You've stepped out of the whole game. And it really is a game, because it can go on and on and on and on. But it's rather boring. I've already beat that game. On to better and brighter things, I say. And when you step out, you become transparent. Energy passes through you without sticking. You don't absorb people's projections. You don't take on their moods. You don't turn their pain into yours. You become a clear window instead of a brick wall. That's what real emotional maturity looks like. Yehoshua says, "Have you ever screamed at a brick wall before? What an argument." I say, anybody can say anything they want to me, and it will not offend me. That right there is the sign of someone who's met their own shadow and made peace with it. I've already seen the things that used to sting me. I've owned them, healed them, blessed them. So, when somebody tries to throw their storm my way, there's nowhere for it to land. It just passes over. It just dissolves. That's not coldness. That's not detachment. That's freedom. Because it means I no longer depend on other people to validate my goodness. My goodness. My intelligence or my worth. I already know who I am. And once you know who you are, no one's words can unmake that. They might gnash their beautiful smile and grit their wiggly brow, but it makes no difference, because a shadow cannot hold a candle to the truth. So yes, it might seem like a fine line, speaking freely without offending, but the truth is, it's not a line at all. It is a state of being. When your heart is clean and your intent is love, you can speak the truth and let it land however it lands. Some will hear it as wisdom, others will hear it as an insult, but either way, you've done your part, honestly, and that's more than what most can say. Because truth, spoken without judgment, is love, and love sometimes stings before it heals. So if they get offended, bless their hearts, or some say, do not bless the person, bless their divine presence. We are one after all. Wouldn't you bless yourself? God bless God. Who is God? Be still and know I am God. If they understand you, well, God bless them too. But never let the fear of their reaction silence your authenticity. Because when you speak from that place, where no offense can live in you, and no judgment lives in your words, you've entered the highest freedom there is. You've stopped reacting and started being. And being, pure, unguarded, present being, is the truest communication there is. A shakalaka, flourish, honeybeam,